Hello everyone, this is Goosebumps Godzilla, and today I'm going to be talking about how Slappy took over Horrorland. So, viewer beware, you're in for a scare, and let's get started. So, first I just want to say that there are going to be spoilers for Slappy New Year, The Streets of Panic Park, and Goosebumps Live on Stage Screams in the Night. I'm really going into minor spoilers for Slappy New Year, so that one's not going to be as big, but the other two are going to be huge spoilers. But anyway, guys, let's get into this theory for today. So, Slappy himself has found himself at odds with Horrorland. Probably twice, I would say, because in the Goosebumps Horrorland series, the first sort of wave of books, he was trying to get his revenge on Molly, I believe, from Revenge of the Living Dummy. And so, basically, in the whole Horrorland series, he and a bunch of other monsters trying to get revenge on the main protagonists on the other Goosebumps Horrorland books, and then it all connects together in two other Goosebumps books, Streets of Panic Park, and, I can't remember. It's the 11th one, Escape from Horrorland, that's it. So, in those two books, when everything culminates and comes to an end, Slappy is trying to torture the children, stuff like that, as I said before, along with the other monsters. But then, he finds himself at odds with Horrorland. I'm not saying this actually happens in the book, but in Horrorland, the actual park Horrorland itself was trying to help the kids the whole time to keep from being attacked by Slappy and the other monsters, and not to go in Panic Park, which is sort of like this old park that's frozen in time or something. I can't really remember all the details, but that's Slappy sort of found himself at odds with Horrorland. So, Horrorland probably is not a big fan of Slappy already, and Slappy probably is not a big fan of them, because Horrorland was not supporting what Slappy was doing, and probably after he got out of the park, of Panic Park, then they probably maybe attacked him or something like that, and put him in the merchandise shop in Slappy New Year. As you can see right here, because actually in Slappy New Year, he was found in the merchandise shop of Jonathan Chiller, and he was sold his merchandise to this kid in the book. And we do know that Slappy did come back to Horrorland. While I don't believe it says so in the next book, which sort of culminates a second wave of Goosebumps Horrorland books, the Horror Chiller House, I believe. Yeah, Horror Chiller House. It does show Slappy on the cover. So we know he's back in Horrorland, and we know he probably doesn't like them because of the fact that he was arrested or something like that. I wouldn't say arrested, but he was put back to sleep and put in a merchandise shop and sold. That will not make Slappy very happy. I already know, just judging from Slappy's character, that he will be furious at this and will probably want his revenge. And this revenge could be him taking over Horrorland. And we can see actually evidence of this in Goosebumps Live on Stage Screams in the Night. Because in Goosebumps Live on Stage Screams in the Night, it's sort of made up of 3 stories, you might say, and one of them features this amusement park called, like, Screamland or something. And in that little park, there's a place called Slappy's Funhouse. Just judging from Slappy's character and the thing, you know, how he likes to take control of everything and be the leader and stuff like that, unless it suits his being. You know, if it suits him, then he won't be the leader, but most of the time he is the leader. And so I would say he owns that entire park, because let's just think about it. He's Slappy. I mean, he can do whatever he wants pretty much, so I would say that he owns Screamland, and he took that away from Horrorland, because how in the world could Slappy himself get a whole park? I mean, I get it, he's magical and stuff like that. He can as I said before, do pretty much whatever he wants. But I think he took over Horrorland. Because also in Goosebumps Live on Stage Screams in the Night, the special limited edition book, there's actually monster blood in the park. And Slappy actually is allies with monster blood in the Streets of Panic Park and in the Horrorland books in general. He was with monster blood. He's allies with monster blood. And so that explains why monster blood would be in the park, because I guess you could say where else would monster blood be? I mean, if Slappy just created his own magical place, it's sort of a coincidence that monster blood would be there. Maybe, again, he could have taken over the other park in Goosebumps, the Carnival of Horrors, because monster blood is there as well. But then again, there's Mr. Wood in the book as well, so he'd have to sort of contest to be the leader, and it'd be weird for Slappy to have his own fun house. Plus, I think that Horrorland and the Carnival of Horrors are the same, because first off, they both change location, and second off, they both have a ride called the, the roller coaster. And they also share some other rides like the never-ending slide. The Doom slide. I'm so sorry, guys. So yeah, they have similar rides. They're pretty much the same thing, and they all change location. I talk about that more in depth in one of my earlier videos if you want to check that out. But anyway, in this sort of scenario, I believe that Slappy took over Horrorland, because how else would he get the land to build Slappy's Funhouse and that whole park in general? How else would he interact with monster blood? And it explains also why he would take over Horrorland, because he's super mad at the park. I mean, just think about it. They took him away, put him back to sleep, and put him in a merchandise shop. And Slappy's got a pretty bad temper, it seems like. So I would say that would not make Slappy very happy, and so he'd just take over Horrorland, maybe make all the horrors his slaves, and also maybe turn them into people, maybe bring in his slaves in there, the people who work at the park. I don't know, Slappy can do whatever he wants. But that's pretty much the end of my video, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think that Slappy took over Horrorland? Do you think he just got that land in Goosebumps Live on Stage Screams in the Night by himself? Tell me what you guys think. And that is the end of my theory for today.